What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we have a 1 million coin squad builder for a La Liga team. Don't forget, this is a La Liga team only. This is for the 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, and of course the 4-1-2 the second version, and also maybe even a 3-5-2. Now let's start off, of course, with the best player, or as I like to call him, the cheap Neymar. One of the best cards in the game. That, of course, that is Mr. Dembele. I'd recommend, if you're going to play him in a cam or a strike type position, I'd recommend either a Deadeye or a Finisher. But I think Finisher is one of the best cards to go with him, very simply because he needs that bit of that dribbling boost, and of course he needs that finishing boost. Moving over to the opposite side, where a large chunk of our money is going to be spent, is going to be with Messi. Now Messi, I'd probably play him in striker, me personally, because I think Messi, obviously he's got the outside of foot shot trait. So in the strike he works very, very well. You do need to get him on a hunter though, because he does have very low sprint speed. But when you put him as a strike or even a cam, he works to be one of the best cams in the game and potentially can be a very, very good striker. So either one, I know he obviously costs a lion's share of the money, but I think he's honestly worth it. Another player we're going to go with is Griezmann. Griezmann's another versatile player that can be used in that cam type position. Again, just like Messi, there isn't that many good options in La Liga. You got players like Suarez, but they're just too slow. You put a hunter on Griezmann, he actually ends up becoming a formidable card. Can shoot, can dribble, got very good stamina, good jumping, good passing, good pace, everything you want for a cam. Does have that 3-star weak foot, but apart from that, is a very good card for such a cheap price. I'll definitely recommend getting him on your team. Moving over to the midfield now, we can go with someone like Hazard. That's also a good option if you're on the lower tier on the budget. But we have gone with Ocampos. Now, the reason why I went with him is I think he makes an exceptional winger. The reason why is because I think when you put a hunter on him, just like everyone else, he gets that sprint speed, he gets all that boost. He does have that lack of that weak foot, but he's a bit taller. So you have a choice. You either get Hazard or you can get Ocampos. Now, I think because of his passing stats, and he's got decent dribbling, but of course got top tier shooting and sprint speed stats, I think he makes a formidable winger. He also has that strength. That's the only thing that Hazard lacks. Hazard doesn't have that strength. Of course, we're playing him on 7 chemistry. I'll explain how you get that in a second. But Hazard doesn't have that chemistry. So you got to make that decision. Do you want someone that's stronger, or do you want someone who's more nimble on the ball, got 4-star weak foot, can do maybe a bit more? So it's completely up to you, but they're both equally as good. But we have gone with Ocampos for now. I'll explain that why in a second. Now, moving over to the CDMs, Casemiro, Etal, everyone like that are all too slow. There's only 3 players, Llorente, De Jong and Valverde. Llorente is of course very, very good. We can't afford the inform or the record breaker because they're bits out of our budget. So what we're going to go with is we're going to go with De Jong. A very dynamic midfielder, can do a bit of everything, can pass, can dribble. I'll definitely say put a shadow on him because I do think he needs the sprint speed beast, but also equally as well, an engine is very, very good to get that passing up, but also to get that agility balance up. You want to have your centre mid, if they are going forward, if they are on balance, you want to be as nimble as possible. So De Jong can also be very, very good on engine or shadow. Whichever one you prefer. If you want him to go forward, I'd recommend engine, but him or Llorente is very, very good. If you prefer to shoot a lot more with your CDMs, it might be worth getting Llorente, because Llorente has got by default much better shooting, and when you put a hunter on him, he actually becomes quite an interesting card. You put a hunter on him, gets very decent shooting, but he does lack the agility and balance. It's up to you. Do you prefer someone that's more attacking? I would recommend someone like De Jong. Obviously he's high passing, high distribution, high dribbling, makes up for it. Now going into the opposite end, the more defensive, like you have the likes of Partey and so on, but Valverde is one of the best CDMs in the game, probably in the top 10 gold cards. Obviously a top tier player. Now people would say use an anchor on him. I would go with a shadow for the reason why you want to max out his sprint speed. I really do think sprint speed is so important, especially for a CDM. He's got the aggression, got the stamina, he's 6 foot, got the stature, got the short passing and the long passing, and the dribbling is not too bad. You can go with a shadow, but if you want to play him on balance, you can also go with engine. He doesn't get the full defensive boost, but he gets the job done. So I definitely recommend either a shadow or an engine or an anchor. I would go with a shadow though, because I just prefer the pace. When you're getting counter attacked, you want a fast, pacey player. Someone like Valverde is who you want. So I'll definitely go with a shadow. Now going over to the back line, there isn't that many good right backs in La Liga, unfortunately. This is also a hybrid. I would definitely have gone with someone else. Semedo isn't in the game, obviously, because he moved over to Wolves. Carvajal is too slow. 80 sprint speed, would be gone with Navas. Navas and Kappa are 2 very good cheap cards. We have gone with Navas though, because I actually used him and I prefer him. I would go with a shadow on him because although he has very good sprint speed, pace, it's his sprint speed that's 84. You want to get that high up to about 94, so I'll definitely go with a shadow on him. You don't really need anything else. He is 5'8", but most goals you will see conceded by him are not going to be on the chest, above the chest. They're going to be chest height and below, driven crosses. So the left back and right back being small is not really a big issue. So definitely I recommend going a shadow on him. And of course he gets that stand tackling boost, and of course he can dribble. So it ends up becoming an exceptional player that can play anywhere on the pitch. You can even probably put him on the wing. And now going over to the opposite side, we have gone with Bachiche. Jordi Alba is another card. If you're on a budget but you got a tad bit more, maybe like 50k more, I would recommend someone like Jordi Alba. He's got better passing. But Mendy's obviously the person to go to, but at the price of 96k, Black Friday just around the corner, I wouldn't get him just yet. So I'll definitely go with Yuri Bachiche. I think that's how you say his name. A very good card, a very underrated card. Massively good stats defensively. Now I actually played him in centre back because he was that good there. But you put a shadow on him, 94 sprint speed, amazing stand tackling, amazing dribbling. Of course, he's left footed for the driven through balls on the outside. Good short passing and very good physical. Someone that can play left back, right back or centre back. A top tier key player in the team. So we've gone with Bachiche, and I'd say definitely put a shadow on him as well. In terms of the centre back, we've gone with Varane. Another large chunk of the team, but is definitely very much worth it. A top tier player, a top tier centre back. I would either go with Anchor or a shadow. You know me, I'm probably going to say shadows to you because most of the goals you'll concede are from counter-attack. So that's why I'd want to get that sprint speed up. But Anchor is equally as good. The only thing that does let him down is that agility and balance. So you can't really drift and, nimbly, try to get past someone, or you can't realistically defend against someone like Neymar trying to keep up with him. So you have to do bear that in mind. But he is a tank, 6'3" should I say. But a shadow and Anchor, he's exceptionally well. Now I was thinking about using Guardian as well, but I'll be honest, he doesn't really get that much of a balance boost. At that point, it's almost redundant, so definitely go with Shadow. I'm moving over to the goalkeeper. There's two. You go all Courtois or Black. I prefer Oblak, I prefer Courtois, but Oblak is also decently as good as him. Definitely get a glove on him. And for the final person, we've gone with Diego Carlos. We do have Eden Militao on a cheap, but I think Diego Carlos, just for the price of 4k, when you buy him at a shadow, you probably get for 5 or 6k, ends up becoming one of the best centre backs in the game alongside Varane. Two tanks around the players. Now, how we line this up in game. So in terms of chemistry, every single player as usual is obviously going to get maximum chemistry. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have Ocampos, put him in right mid, get someone, you just need anyone, an Argentinian player or any manager with Liga Santander, put Zidane there, and as you can see, then get 7 chemistry. With 7 chemistry, he's exceptionally well. So how would we play this in game? That's the big question, because that's a question probably everyone's going to ask. Well, you can play this in any system. If you are going to play a 4-2-3-1, I would say you're probably going to put, in my opinion, you want my honest opinion, if you want a highest chance of scoring goals, I would say Dembele and Messi and Cam will be a really good combination with Ocampos and De Jong. The problem is Griezmann is a tad bit slow, so what I would say is either get Hazard on the wing or do it this way. Dembele on the wing, Ocampos on the wing, and Griezmann and Cam. Obviously Griezmann's got the good dribbling, good passing, good shooting, and of course Messi and stay forward. Remember, stay forward is very important for him because he lacks that stamina. That's the way I line up in a 4-2-3-1. Now, if you're going to do a 4-4-2, almost the exact same thing, but this time we're going to go with the 2 strikers. Now, a bit debatable. You can argue that this would be the better option, statistically speaking, but I think just because of Griezmann's pace, it might be worth putting Griezmann in striker alongside Messi. But Griezmann, you can put him here and get Hazard instead of Griezmann. You can play Hazard off chemistry on 7 chemistry, and as a winger, he also plays that job very well. But obviously 5-star weak foot and Messi with outside foot shot trait makes it a very good combination. Of course, you're going to have De Jong on balanced as well. Now moving over to the final formation of 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, I'll definitely say Messi in striker, Dembele in striker alongside Messi, Griezmann and Cam. And that's the way I would do it. We just put Valverde in CDM or Campos, leave him on balance. He can defend a little bit as well. And that's the way I'll line it up in a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. As you can see, just about 1 million coins. It's going to be just under 900k on Xbox as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.